Jones Live. I am Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Marty McFly, trying to do what I can do just to stay alive.
But you are staying alive, and I'm
Yeah.
and you know what? I am happy that this week you are feeling so much better.
You know what? I can walk with both legs, and I'm feeling a little bit better, and I'm feeling good today. Yeah.
I am so glad you're
good.
feeling good. But you know what? My little munchkin ain't feeling good now.
Oh,
yeah, my little 14-year-old, she says she ain't feeling good today. So as a mommy, you know, my mind might drift a little bit on this show because I'm concerned about my little baby.
Now, do you do like that real bedside manner? You know, like you put the hot towel or whatever on the forehead.
No,
and
okay,
you
let
bring
me
them
stop
to-
lying. My kids are here and I'd be like, no, my mama don't do none of that. No, she just, you know, my kids are funny. You know, they just want a little love. Like they're just a little bit more loving when they don't feel
Man,
when they don't feel
when
good.
I'm sick, I'm a baby. I want everything. I want everything. Can you give me some chicken noodle soup? Can you rub my leg?
Well, we don't eat meat, so that wouldn't work anyway.
Well, just give me some soup, just some tomato soup. Just act like you care.
I do.
Rub me.
I got her some water, so she's
You
good.
just got her some water.
You know what? Anywho, how was your week, man?
Man, my week is better because I can walk.
That's
I can
true.
Walk, I can talk. I can
You can
move.
walk and dance now.
Yeah, I dance a little bit.
I hear you.
I can wiggle.
hear
I
you.
say it like that.
I ain't mad at you, but you know what? I had a great week this week.
Tell me about it.
This week we got a little bit of love from a school that sent out our name to everybody in their community because we gave free wood chips to them.
What? Was it one of those special needs schools?
It was not, oh my God. No, it was not a special needs school. It's a school over in DeKalb County called Dade Academy.
Okay.
And it's a DeKalb, what is it? Academy of Technology and the Environment. And we donate wood chips to them, and they gave us a shout out, and we really appreciate it.
Look, I need some wood chips at my house and at my church.
Well, you know, I got a tip about wood chips.
Okay.
A lot of people like to call us, and they want us to dump the wood chips in their yard, you know, and they use it for decoration, and it's a free way to kind of put good stuff back into the environment and also help protect your trees, because if you put them around the base of your tree, it helps to protect the roots.
Oh, so now you put that down in like roots and grass and weeds don't grow?
Well, actually, if you do have an open area that you're having a hard time growing grass, but you got a bunch of weeds and you want to mitigate the weeds, you can put mulch down, and it smells nice. I like that nice woodsy smell.
Okay.
And and it looks good.
A little something.
A little something. But you know, we got a great show for you this week. We have a gentleman on our show that is no stranger to us.
No.
And speaking of kids, he's doing great things for kids.
You know, he's doing like that Michael Jackson thing, just trying to help all kind of kids all over the place.
I'm speechless because you cannot.
He loves the kids. Every time I see this man, he's like, it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. You know,
Marty,
and what I've seen.
You can't use Michael Jackson's name and kids in the same sentence anymore.
No,
you
I'm
can't
not
do
talking
that.
about Michael, though. I'm talking about this guy that we're bringing on is similar to that. You know,
he is not.
likes...
He's doing great things for kids.
Right. Michael did great things for kids.
I would like for you guys to meet an amazing man that is making a difference in children's lives. He's teaching them how to pull their pants up and to use their brains.
What'd you say? Michael just taught them how to pull the pants down?
And he's using his time and energy to make a difference in the world. We are talking about the incomparable Orrin Checkmate Hudson.
Yeah.
And after this show, I'm going to choke Marty.
What? No, man.
How you doing, Orrin?
How you doing,
man? Marty, thank you. And Donnie, I'm honored to be here.
Thank you. And I'm sorry about that comparison.
That's all good.
I apologize if that's
I know who I
offensive,
am, so it's all good.
And that's what I'm saying. You have touched so many little boys, you know, in life with checks, with checkers, not checkers, but chess. You know, I've seen you on different TV shows and everything, and I'm just inspired by what you're doing. I'm saying, me as a pastor, I don't like dealing with kids. But you dealing with them on a regular basis, you know, changing their lives and changing their patterns. You know, and I even read his book, too. No, why y'all quiet? I'm just saying. What?
Because
I'm a fan.
I know you're a fan, but I think that as a country, we're still in a little shock over some stuff. So I'm not sure if your joke landed or not. But I would like to talk about what you're doing right now. Tell people that aren't familiar with what you do, Orrin, what it is you do.
My name is Orrin C. Hudson, the C's for Checkmate. Checkmate means you win, and it's not over until you win. So I'm committed to helping young people win. I show children how to win. I get a kick out of helping children win. Why do I do that? Because the life I save may be my own.
Right.
So I'm teaching children heads up, pants up, grades up, and never give up. But my main message is don't do the first thing that pops in your head.
Right.
Your first crack is a whack, and you can't take it back. So think before you act. One decision can take you out.
Wow.
You can have a PhD from Harvard, a PhD from Yale, but you can make a bad move,
Right.
and that doesn't apply.
Right.
It doesn't, it doesn't matter. So we teaching young people, don't do the first thing that pops in your head. Your
Right.
first crack is a whack, and you can't take it back. So think before you act.
I love that. And, I know your story because you've shared it with me. And I love the fact that we've become friends. But for people that don't know, how did you get started or how were you introduced to chess and how did you get started sharing that with children?
Well, in 1978, I was in and out of foster homes, and I was doing some petty stuff with some gang members. It was gang member in my teens. Teacher taught me chess, James Edge, in Birmingham, Alabama. Hayes High School, taught me chess. It turned my life around. And basically what I do now is I just transfer what I've learned from
Right.
Mr. Edge to other people and show people how to wake up winning,
Right.
how to think things through. 6 magic words. Take time to think things through.
I love that. Take time to think things through. I got to ask you, because you say so many things off the cuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, do you come up with all of this stuff yourself? I mean, or are you just regurgitating something you heard somebody else say? Because you just like that with it,
Look, listen, learn, lead. So I'm living my dream because we teaching people
Yeah.
how to solve problems in real time.
Right.
And what that does for the community, it makes everyone safe because I'm
Yeah.
teaching children to be givers, not takers,
Right.
and givers gain.
Right.
And most people think when you sacrifice and you give, that's an unfair exchange. No, it's
Right.
not, because when you give, it can come back 100-fold,
right.
it can come back 1,000,000-fold, come back 1,000-fold. So we're teaching children the best investment you can make is the investment in giving and serving other people.
Right.
Add value.
Oh, okay. That is cool. I know this is like a big joy for you, but I'm curious, like, have you really seen the transformation of a little boy or a little girl or anything of that nature that you said, okay, I know, because I started playing chess when I was like 5 or 6.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that, Marty.
It's all in my portfolio.
Okay.
And I think that when I started early in life, that it really shaped the way I think.
Mhm.
Shaped my patterns. Because like I remember you saying one time when we were talking about, chess is based on patterns.
Mhm.
And just like life, if you change your patterns, you can change your life.
Right.
And when I started playing chess, where you had to start thinking, it's real thinking of, okay, I got to count 5 or 6 steps ahead of time.
Right.
My first move is not always my best move, and it's sometimes with life too.
Right.
When people say, go with your first thought,
Mhm.
sometimes that might not be the best thing.
See, I'm going to
I
catch
win
22 with that.
I win a million games because people go with their first thought. So it doesn't work. But what does work is to think thrice. If you say, okay, I want to do this, and then you think about it and go, oh, no, consequences too great.
Right.
Like I was in court one time, and my lawyer said, let's do this. And she said, wait a minute, let me think about, okay, they can do that. No, we can't do it because they'll do this.
Right.
So see, you got to really look
Right.
look at the big picture because you got to read the fine print.
Right.
I never forget one time I rented this car for this girl, and the
Right.
sign said $1 a day to rent the car.
Right.
And I said, okay, we take it. We bought the car. We ended up spending about $100. It was $1 a mile. It was, you had to pay. It was so much.
Right. You didn't read the fine
I didn't
print.
read the fine
And
print.
I would say this, with going with your first thought, if you analyze that first thought and it seems like it's the right
Right.
thing to do, I'm saying if I'm in a club and somebody's shooting, my first thought is
Is
to run.
run.
Now, I'm not going to sit there and analyze, let's see
That's
who
different.
they're shooting at.
That's different.
And see, I guess that's kind of what I was asking because as an entrepreneur, my gut is usually right. And generally speaking, whatever the first thing that pops in my head, generally, that's the right answer. And if I change it, I generally will go, I knew I should have went with my first mind. So how do you teach a kid to not go with their first mind when a lot of successful people have become successful because they went with their first mind? How do you counteract that?
Well, my thing is to think it through.
Okay.
And it's just true, it's just honest, it's just my absolute best.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
if those questions are correct, it's just true, just honest, my absolute best, then it's okay.
Right.
But oftentimes, when you decide on doing something, after you get further reviews and you really get into it,
Right.
you go, wait a minute, that's not a good move. This
Yeah.
dude is not right for me. At
Right.
first, he looked good,
Right.
but then you can see the patterns of what he said earlier.
Right.
Pattern recognition allow you to plan, prepare, position, and predict.
Love it.
So once you know the pattern, then you can make quicker decisions. At a certain time, it get dark. At a certain time, it's light time. Certain
Right.
time, there's traffic. Certain time, there's no traffic. 3 American Express, 4 Visa, 5 MasterCard, 6 Discover. That's a pattern. Now, once you know the pattern, you can prioritize, you can pivot, you can plan, you'll have a platform. When you have
Right.
a platform, you can make money. So I'm teaching people how to recognize patterns and how to think it through. Make sure it's true, make sure it's honest, make sure it's
And
absolute
how do
best.
people get in contact with you if they do want to find out more about your programs?
BeSomeone.org.
I love it.
BeSomeone.org.
And I definitely want to come back and talk to you about specifically BeSomeone.org because you guys are really doing great things in the community, which is why I always try to reach out to you. I want to support you in any way, shape, or form. So definitely reach out to him at BeSomeone.org. And if you have any questions about the show or you just want to chit chat with me and Marty, you can reach us at DoniJonesLive at gmail.com. That's DONI Jones, JONES, live, LIVE at gmail.com.
And we will be right back on the other side.
Yeah. And we are back. I am Donnie
Yep.
the Tree Lady,
And I am that guy, Marty McFly.
and we are hanging out with the incomparable, the wonderful, the magnificent, charitable Orrin Checkmate Hudson.
Yes.
So before we went to break, I said I wanted to get the people more information about what you're doing. You told us that we can get in touch with you. How again?
BeSomeone.org.
Good deal. And then you've also got some upcoming events. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, on April the 11th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. It's going to be a Good Deeds Day where we're giving back to the community. It's going to be free food, free parking, free training, sharing the best of what I've learned. Plus, we'll have a little tournaments going
Right.
with the students playing each other. And we're just teaching children how to be the champion that God created them
Right.
to be.
Well, you know, Orrin, I think the other reason why you inspire me and that I always try to stay connected to you is because you have built something that is making a difference in people's lives. And I know there's people that are entrepreneurs out there or people that want to start a charitable organization. What have been some of the challenges for you? Or what would you say to somebody that wants to do what you've done in their own way?
Well, if you don't love it, you're not going to last.
Yeah.
I love what I do. So if money don't come in, it's no big deal. I love what Steve Jobs said. Steve Jobs said, you must love what you do because a reasonable person or normal person would give up.
That's right.
But if you
yeah.
love it, you won't give up.
Yeah.
So I'm living my dream because teaching the children makes my heart sing.
I love
Go
it.
ahead with your best.
You know what, Orrin? You got
rhymes all
dude. Are you
day.
sure you're not a rapper, man?
To be someone, you got to get in the game. I'm Orrin C. Hudson. It's time for a change. Make the right moves in this game called life. Think before you move and always be nice. And when the game get tough and times get rough, never give up because we're more than enough. Practice every day, the correct way. Always better your best before you play. We got to get in the game. Get in the game. Say it.
Get in the game. Get in the game.
Get your head in the game. Head in the game. Say it.
Head in the game. Head in the game.
Stay in the game. Stay in the game. Say it.
Stay in the game. Stay in the game.
Get
Say
on top
it.
of your game. Top of your game. Say it.
Top of your game. Top of your game.
I
What
love it.
game? What game? Say it.
What game? What? Okay, we're gonna keep that rolling. That's amazing.
That's interesting.
You know
Go
what?
ahead.
And you know what else? I did a little research. You also have done a little bit of comedy too.
Yeah, I can do a little comedy.
Okay, I ain't mad at you, but obviously this Be Someone is your focal point, you know. What are some of the ways that you're raising money to support this? Because it's a nonprofit, right?
Yeah, it's a nonprofit. People like who are listening. We need people, all hands on deck, and it's a 24-hour assignment to raise money for the program. And I love for people to support the work we're doing because we're doing what we're doing. It works.
Right.
And I'm so blessed for God. I've never seen a child that had been through my program on the news for something negative
Oh,
because I'm
that's so
teaching
good.
children to be givers, to serve, to bring value, to do no harm.
Mm-hmm.
A swindle is when you trying to get more than your fair share.
Right.
Be a giver. Always give people more value than they give you, and you'll win every time.
Well, I try to teach that to my kids. Be a servant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be a servant. And I feel like we try to do the same thing with our show. We want to serve the community. We want to give back to the community a little bit of what has helped us sustain ourselves, whether it's through, meeting people like yourself, whether it's through a kind word or whether it's through a prayer. You've got to serve people before you get served. What are some of the challenges you see with the kids because they're so distracted nowadays? I love chess. My daughter loves chess. I'm not good at it, but she's good at it. I see kids that are so wrapped up with technology. Do you see that as a challenge? Are those some of the challenges you run into?
Yeah, it's a challenge, but I kind of, that's a challenge with the phones and stuff. Well, we try to make it very interesting because we have a war. The kids can win this watch if they beat me. So
That's a nice watch.
They're trying to win this watch. So I always got something going on to kind of get their attention. And they
make sure that the camera see that bling.
And sometimes
I'm just saying
and sometimes I put I cut my time down to a minute.
Right.
And all I got is a minute to play the whole game, and I'm moving fast, and I'm talking to people, I'm teaching people, Coach, and I've had a couple of seconds on my clock a couple of times.
Right.
And, Coach, I'm getting that watch, boom. But, just trying to make it fun and exciting and teach children that you can be one decision away from being messed up. So make every move your best move.
I love it.
Don't, think it through and be good to people, be a giver, not a taker.
Absolutely. Is there somebody that kind of pops into your head that's an epitome of what your program represents? Like that's come through your program?
Yeah, I was being filmed yesterday on TV.
They call
me. They go, They call me. They always calling me like, what do you got going on? Or so anyway, so they came out yesterday and filmed for a couple of hours. And I was so shocked. They interviewed one of my students. His name is Nehemiah. And I was so shocked that he was able to regurgitate things I told him 6-8 months ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, I can't remember that.
What?
So
have you been married?
So I'm honored.
People remember. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm honored. I'm honored to know that children can remember the things that I'm teaching them because I'm teaching them how to wake up winning.
Right. That's awesome. Wake up winning.
Wake up winning. If you give value, just give value every day. It may look like you're losing, but in the end, you'll win.
Wow.
Don't panic. Most people panic. They said, wait a minute, we were fine building bricks. Pharaoh's coming. Let's kill Moses. Nope, we ain't doing that.
Right.
We ain't killing Moses.
Yeah.
So you got to tell people, no, take a 20-second time out. This means 20 seconds is a full time out. Sometimes you got to take a 20-second time out and think it through.
Right.
And so, wait a minute. No, we ain't doing that. People come to me all the time. Oh, what we should do that? Nope, we ain't doing that. That's crazy.
Right.
No, we ain't doing that neither.
Right.
And so the first thing to come in their mind is violence or to hit back, and it's normal when someone hits you. It's normal to hit. The first thing is hit back.
Right.
No, you got to don't hit back. If you hit back, if LeBron James hit you back, he throwed out of the game. The game's over. So he can't hit back. So you got to say, wait a minute, I can't hit back.
Right.
So you can't do the knee-jerk reaction.
Right.
The knee-jerk reaction to get you killed.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
had to hold myself and go, oh, no. I ain't gonna do it. And I practice what I preach.
Right.
And I win a lot by delaying gratification.
And I want you to talk a little bit about delayed gratification because where you are right now is where it is not where you started. When you started your company, what was that? How many years ago?
20 years ago.
20 years ago you started. I got to imagine that it was a lot tougher than it is now because you do get a lot of exposure in the media and people do want to support what you're doing.
Well, they see that I'm real. Integrity is a magic word. If you're true to yourself and you're true to others, you win every time. I've had people say, wow, I'm going to help you. I said, why? Because I saw you 20 years ago. You still doing this.
Yep, you're still doing it.
I said, man, I love it because I'm going to give you so much value that you're going to make me your lifetime partner.
Right.
I'm going to always outgive you in the transaction.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I outgive you in the transaction, I win.
Mm-hmm.
All I do is win.
Right. How do you teach that to kids, though, when we are living in a generation where it's just me?
Right. I lead by example. They don't go by what you say. They go by what you do.
Right.
So I give an example. I say, look, I'm doing this event. This event is free. I did that event. That event was free. Did an event in Chicago. That was free. Did this free. Giving people value. Giving them some tools that they can use. Like Batman had tools on his belt.
Right.
So I'm giving children tools so they can solve problems. You get paid based on your ability to solve problems. The bigger the problem you solve, the more you get paid. I'm a problem solving, teaching other young people how to solve problems in real time.
Now, you've got an event coming up, and I think you may have mentioned this on April 11th. Tell us about that event.
It's going to be 100 chessboards set up, and everybody can come play, and then I'll play several people at one time myself, and then I'll be teaching them, sharing the best of what I've learned in 40 years, teaching them tricks and techniques and strategies on how to outthink, outperform, outwork the competition.
Okay.
And how to give, it's going to be in Stone Ridge Event Center.
Stone Ridge.
It's in Stone Mountain. It's 1750 Stone Ridge Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia, 30083.
Could you repeat that one more time just so people can get it?
It's Stone Ridge Event Center, 1750 Stone Ridge Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia, 30083.
And what time is the kickoff?
Beautiful little place, 6 p.m.
6 p.m.?
6 p.m. We have a lot of chessboards set up. I'll be teaching people strategies. And chess is a lot easier than you think. My talent, my gift is taking something complex and making it simple.
Right.
I got some 4-year-olds.
I get the pieces mixed up.
I got some 4-year-olds that'll take you out. I got some 4-year-olds that'll take you out in chess. Because I'm able to take something complex and make it simple.
Now, what do you feel are some of the common misconceptions about learning to play chess?
It's too hard. I don't have time for it. We can put you. I can play a whole game in 3 minutes because I can put 1 minute on my clock and 1 minute on his clock, and the game is over in 2 minutes in that situation. But we teach children how to use your time. Time is very important. Time waits for no one. But timing is everything. But more importantly, decision determines destiny.
Right.
And if you make every move your best move, you'll win every time.
Now, when you're traveling all over doing these events, have you found that it's different, or is just each city you go to, you're being welcomed?
It's amazing. I'm more welcome outside of Atlanta. It's like when I'm outside.
Well, you know what they say, a prophet is.
I mean, I'm like a celebrity when I leave. Hey, man, we got a picture with Hudson. I'm like, but in town it's like the principal. Like one time I was out of state, and the superintendent said, "I'm not sitting on a limousine driver. I'm coming to pick you up myself." I'm like, "What? Oh yeah." So outside of Atlanta, I'm kind of like it's like cool. But I've been to India and was welcome. They said, "Man, we got to put Orrin Hudson's in the building. Let's put it on TV." So I've been to India on TV. I've been to the Philippines. I've been to Dubai. And I've been to Canada. And I'm living my dream because we have to find critical ways to teach young people how to be problem solvers.
Right, absolutely. And once again, how do people get it? You guys, by the way, we're once again talking to Orrin Checkmate Hudson of Be Someone. And once again, how do they get in contact with you?
BeSomeone.org.
I love it.
Do you have a Facebook page or anything?
Orrin Checkmate Hudson.
Orrin Checkmate. Okay.
And spell Orrin for them. Because I was spell
ORRIN.
You know, I've known you for years, and I was spelling your name wrong. ORIN.
No, it's 2 R's.
Yeah, 2 R's.
How many R's you got? Just remember this. How many R's you got? ORRIN.
I love it. ORRIN. Well, you guys, I am Doni the Tree Lady.
And I'm Marty McFly.
And we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with Orrin Checkmate Hudson.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Doni Jones Live. I am Doni the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Marty McFly.
Yes, and we are here with Orrin Checkmate Hudson. This man is making a difference in kids' lives through chess.
Yes.
I love that. And you've got this event coming up on April 11th that I know you're very excited about. And I'm telling you, I will be sending people there. I won't be there because I'll be out of town, but I'm definitely going to be sending.
Can the kids come?
The kids are going to. Actually, the kids probably can't come because it's a trip that I'm doing by myself, which I very rarely, if ever, do. But it was kind of one of these things.
You ain't taking your husband?
No.
It's just you by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Does he know that?
Yes, he does. You silly.
I'm just saying, you know, if you go on
Okay,
a special trip by yourself with no kids
I'll tell
and
you
no
guys
husband.
what happened. I wanted our whole family to go. But we went on a scuba trip last year, and we really enjoyed the people. and they had one seat left on this Maldives trip. And they had asked me to go, and I was like, no, I can't go without my family. I'm not going anywhere without my family. And so my husband overheard me talking to them, telling them, listen, I'm not going anywhere without my family. And he was like, honey, if you really want to go, you got my blessing.
Oh,
Go.
that was a good plan.
So, yeah.
That was a good plan.
So
I gotta
what
put
does
that
that
in.
mean?
Yeah, she set him up.
Beautiful.
Just happened to
That
be
was
on the
one of the-
phone. No,
that's one of the-
I can't go
That's one of the
without
oldest
my
tricks.
family.
That's
I
one of the
love them
oldest
so
tricks in
much.
the book.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, I didn't even know he overheard me.
He just happened to be in the room. And you
That's
just
beautiful.
talking. Well, I know you talk loud on the phone
when you
anyway.
when you put other needs before you, good things happen. So that's why that happened. So.
That's true, and I do. It's funny you should mention, actually, Orrin, because in our show we like to talk about all kinds of crazy stuff, but because I know you are passionate about people and everything, we do kind of talk about race, politics, and stuff. But I was social issues, social issues, and I think that you are somebody that's helping out with social issues with these kids. But I had a grown-up social issue. I was at the gas station, right, and I'm talking to Marty on the phone, about the upcoming show, our schedule and everything. And this lady turns around and looks at me and was like, I can't hear. You need to be quiet. Like, I'm like an adult. Like, it's not like I was talking that loud, but we're in a gas station of all places.
You move over to where you can't hear.
Yeah, I was like, exactly, right? But it was just so funny. She was so authoritative about it. And me and Marty joked about it because, she was one of our cousins. Let's just say that she wasn't a person of color. You know me, my husband's white, so I don't care about that race stuff. But it just amazes me the audacity people have when they're talking to somebody of color. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't just, turn around and say that to a 54-year-old white guy, but you'll say it to me because you think of me as less than. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that. I think your look seems appropriate to say that.
I mean,
Because I'm saying if it was a millennial with dreadlocks and some gold teeth in with the pants sagging down, and he talking loud, I doubt she'd turn around.
Yeah, she wouldn't have turned
She
around.
wouldn't have turned
She wouldn't have said a
around.
word, right?
But my
so I
question-
look too soft, is what you're saying.
Well, at the same time, let's look at the problem too.
What's that?
Because a lot of people, and this is my opinion, when you get in the cell phone, you can talk like regular, like no problem.
Whoa.
And then as soon as you get on the phone, hey, what's the problem?
No,
What's going on? I'm saying
I was not talking. I was on the phone with you. Was I talking that loud?
I wasn't in the gas station.
Okay,
But so what I'm
we're
saying
at a
is,
gas station.
what I'm saying is, I don't know how loud you were talking on
I
the
was
phone.
on the phone with you.
I know that. To me, you sound okay, but the people in the gas station,
Right.
you yelling because you have no thought about
Okay.
them. Because
Well,
a
I
lot of
thought it
times
was
you wanna hear-
racist.
No, it's just you being rude. Because I get irritated with people that do that.
What talk on the phone?
When you get behind someone, I'm saying like with me, I usually get off the phone when I'm going into a store. With a
We're
gas
I'm going
station.
into a gas station.
Okay, a gas station
Okay,
store.
well, she wasn't being racist, I guess.
No.
But I thought it was rude for her to
for
turn.
you to talk loud and
No, it was rude for her to turn around and tell me to be quiet.
Well, let me ask you this: when you
What?
go to a gas station and somebody in their car is booming their music
Well,
loud,
that's different. I don't like that.
why is that different?
Because that's different.
He's invading your sound.
Yeah, that's different.
He's invading your area of
That-
sound.
I don't know how it's different, but I'm standing on the fact that it's different. What
Would
do
you-
you think, Orrin?
Yeah, I think that's different. A lot different.
Thank you.
Would you go out there and say, "Well, can you cut your music down?"
You
Well-
forget who you talking to. Yeah, I've done it.
So
That's how
would
she
you feel
roll,
like
baby.
you were wrong if somebody else came to you and said, "Can you turn your
No,
music
because actually this happened at a Quick Trip.
down?"
I was at a Quick Trip, and this guy, I had my girls with me. And, this time, they're 12 and 14 now, but they had to be like 8 and 6.
Uh-huh.
And this guy had like this vulgar rap music on.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him to turn it down. I sure did.
Did you do it?
Yes, he did.
Okay. So when the lady comes to you and says, "Can you
That's different.
turn it down?" That's almost a Republican.
But a guy would turn it down
Oh,
quicker.
my God. What the
A
what?
guy would turn it down quicker for you than a female.
Yeah.
Now, if it was a female, she may have not did it, but a guy, you were a female, so he turned it down.
Yeah, he did. He turned it down with
But if
without-
that would have been a female with that loud music, she may not have
right.
complied.
Well, speaking of male and female, going back to what you do you serve more boys or girls in your program?
I serve more boys, but I do have some girls.
Okay.
In fact, we had about maybe 5 girls last week and about 10 boys. So
Okay.
yeah, so it just depends. So it's
But-
most. It's
and
most
you
of
know
boys.
what? That makes me happy because I do want to see. I feel like if you're a girl in our society, especially now, because I feel like when there's like a resurgence or a surgence of, opportunities for girls and young women, and I do think in certain communities the little boys are being left out. So I think that's great that you're doing that. Once again, how do people find out about what you do and how you do it?
Well, my Facebook is Orrin Checkmate Hudson. I'm on Instagram. My name on Instagram is besomeone.org, and I'm on Snapchat, and I'm on.
Do people still do Snapchat? Is that big? Is that still big?
I'm on.
Okay, good deal.
Twitter.
You can tell
Twitter
I'm
is
old, man.
decent.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
I'm saying, you
No, but there
old.
was one of them that was big that's not big anymore.
MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace is out of here.
That's
I
the only thing I
wasn't
can think
talking
of is
about
MySpace.
No, like Periscope or something like that.
Periscope.
Or
Periscope.
wasn't it was one of them that, well, maybe it was MySpace. I don't know. But anyway.
I think he has some new handles because the first time we asked him how they get in contact with you, it would just be someone.org, and now he's like, well, I got Snapchat.
Well,
I
he's
got
opening up to us a
Yeah,
little
I'm
bit.
I got
just hitting them with different angles.
Oh, well,
Keeping
but-
it fresh.
Orrin, I do have a question though. No, I have a comment. I have a compliment for you. You were actually featured, or you got the Stars of Light, the what is it, the lights or something like that?
Oh
with
yeah,
Bush.
the Point of Light Wars from George
Yep.
W. Bush. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Talk
a
to
ni-
us a little bit about that.
got a chance to go to Andrews Air Force Base. Never been to Andrews Air Force Base. I've been in the Air Force, but never Andrews Air Force Base. So got a chance to be on base again. It's so funny. Last time I've been on base, it's been a while. But yeah, got a chance to go there and see George Bush ceremony, and was honored for that opportunity. And also was featured last week in the Atlanta Business Chronicle. Nice article. So I'm just living my dream, and thank God for my life, and I'm just so thankful to be here.
That's awesome. Well, we're thankful that you are here. Are there any I guess last minute words that you want to tell people about, pursuing your dreams and living the dream that you're living?
Well, like I said, Steve Jobs said that if you want to be successful, you got to love what you do. And
Right.
if you don't love what you do, you will stop when it gets hard, because
Yeah.
it will get hard,
Right.
and people will let you down. But you have to embrace fear. Fear is your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Fear is weakness leaving the body. The more,
Oh, that's good.
yeah. So
Repeat that again.
Well, it's actually fear and failure works together. Fear and failure is somewhat twins in that they are what stops people from succeeding. But
Right.
the beauty of failure is that failure is your friend,
Mm-hmm.
and the more you fail, the stronger you get. Failure is weakness leaving the body. The more you fail, the stronger you get.
I love
Embrace failure. Failure is your friend. Failure tells you when
Mm-hmm.
it's time to learn.
That's good. That reminds me of the book Failure to Fabulous.
Oh, that's right.
That's like Donnie's
That's she
whole big
rolled.
thing, right? That's how she rolled. And that's actually the title of her book.
Yeah,
You know,
from failure to fabulous.
just
Absolutely.
the courses of life. And just in case before we leave, if you want to get a copy of her book, you can always hit her up at Amazon.
Yep, you can get my book on Amazon, or you can get it on our website, which is DoniJonesLive. You can get a copy of the book too. And Orrin, you've also got a book out.
I've
move
read
at-
that one.
One move at a time, how to win at chess in life.
Yeah.
And it teaches you about chess, but it also, at the very back of the book, has 21 life lessons.
Mm-hmm. What can you talk to us a little bit about some of those life lessons?
Think before you move.
Mhm.
Teamwork make the dream work. Pattern recognition.
Right.
Teamwork, and we talked about teamwork, but also
He wrote the book a
sequencing.
long time ago.
Sequencing. Sequencing means that you have to do it in the right order.
Right.
The queen married the king. They got married by the bishop. They ran off on a night and went to the castle, and then the children came. So you got to get things in the right order. If you have
Right.
the children out of order, now you all, your life. So the queen married the king. They got married by the bishop. They ran off on a night and they went to the castle, and then the
They have
children.
children. Yeah, that's, you know what, that's very important. And I don't knock people if they, didn't do it in order, but I think we do as a society have to get back to trying to do things in order. And I think that's gonna help, I guess, our society kind of get back on track, is if we start kind of, Not to be redundant, but doing things.
Yeah, I agree.
In order, so to speak. So
again, if they wanted to support your program on April 11th,
April
Yes.
11th,
all right, at 6 o'clock,
6 p.m. to 8:30.
and the address is
1750 Stone Ridge Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia. It's Stone Ridge Event Center.
okay.
Stone Ridge Event Center. I love it, man. I love what you're doing, man. We're gonna get into a hot topic on our next segment, and we'd love for you to hang around just to give us your opinion. You've talked a lot about be someone, and I just commend you for actually being someone that's making a difference. in
Taking
people's
action.
lives.
Taking action, baby.
Yeah, taking it. Well, that's the only way you get things done is by taking action. So, once again, this is Orrin Checkmate Hudson. I'm Donnie the Tree Lady,
And I am Marty McFly.
and you're listening to Doni Jones Live, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Doni Jones Live. I am Donnie the Tree Lady hanging
And I
out with.
am Marty McFly, that guy.
Yes, and
Yes.
we've got Orrin Checkmate Hudson. Oh my gosh. You know what? You guys, we're going to have to do some behind the scenes stuff because that's where some of the stuff that we talk about between sets,
Really, yeah.
kind of crazy. We actually got to talking a little bit about R. Kelly. What's your opinion about that whole thing? And the reason why I asked that is because I think if there was somebody like you around that could have got R. Kelly when he was smaller, even though he had been in.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in a positive way, not the way you're
Well,
talking
you know
about.
what? I'm not gonna cast any stones. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. So I'm gonna pull a Jesus number on you that came
What?
to Jesus.
Wait a minute, back up. Usually when people say people in houses shouldn't
Yeah.
throw rocks, that means they've.
No,
Gotta-
not really. No, I'm
was I-
putting,
Okay, 'cause I'm-
tap
because-
dancing on some kind of
because I'm
truthful
sti-
when we started the show, and I was talking about Michael Jackson.
I'm gonna put it.
Ouch.
Oh, they came. They said they came to Jesus. Said Jesus, we caught this woman having sexual intercourse, and Jesus said, "Wait a minute. What type of proof do you have?"
Right.
The guy said, "I saw her in the act," and he said, "Okay, you did. You saw that. Okay, great." He said, "Have you guys made any mistakes in your
Well,
life?"
yeah, okay, I got
And so
you. on
yeah,
that. Okay.
I made some mistakes. My mom whooped me for stealing a razor out of a Goodwill store,
Right.
and I can remember it to this day. So I made some mistakes.
Well, I
and-
mean, I've made some mistakes too. When I was a little girl, I used to. I wouldn't do nothing like this now, but a thing that we used to do is we used to get a Slurpee and then put a candy bar in the Slurpee.
Yeah, you was
So
a
you'd
straight
pay for
thief.
the.
so you paid for one, but you
But
didn't.
then, exactly. So that's 100% wrong. So kids, don't do that. But the reason why I bring this thing with R. Kelly up, for one, it was funny what we were talking about off stage. But the other thing is that I just think that there has been a lack of respect in our community for women, meaning that, or in young boys. You know, I mean, we could bring Michael Jackson in there, that if you can sing, dance, or act, you can get away with anything until it just becomes so obvious that you can't deny it anymore. And I just feel like somewhere along the line, we went awry on that. What's your opinion about that?
Well, I think they said, just like in the Michael Jackson case, they said the worst people who get the worst medical care is real rich people, because the doctor gonna tell you what you want to hear. So as a result, sometimes people with money can get away with stuff. I think the quarterback for Pittsburgh had something going on, and all of a sudden it just went away.
Right.
So yeah, there may be some situation like that, but I'm not judging anybody, and I'm throwing any stones. And
Right.
who made me a judge? All I'm saying is that we all fall short. We
Right.
all need help, and ask God to lead, guide, and direct us so that we all can be better people.
I
Now,
like
I'm
that.
just curious though. Can you separate the artist from his music now? Like with all the music that Michael has
Right.
made and R. Kelly has made, they've made great music
They have.
despite their lifestyle. Can you separate the two now?
Well, you know, Michael to me will always be number one. I think the guy was a genius. I don't know if he made some mistakes, but no one's perfect. No matter what happens, Moses made some mistakes, but God used
Okay,
him.
wait. Okay.
I knew this was going to trigger
Orrin,
her.
I love you. I love you, and I support everything you do. However, making a mistake is okay. You running a red light by accident or on purpose, whatever, is a mistake.
Right.
Not cool. You sexually abusing children is a whole different arena.
Right.
And
That's bad.
my question is this: when do we get to the point where we start coming out hard to protect our children?
When we
and to
have
protect our young
concrete,
girls?
when it's 100%.
It's
Michael
100%.
No, it's not on Michael.
It is-
It's not 100%. If it's 100, if you know,
Okay.
there's some stuff is 100%.
Okay, it's not 100% that he didn't do it either.
Well, I was in court when I was a state trooper, and I arrested this guy for DUI. True story.
Oh my God.
And the lawyer said my client is innocent. And I said, okay, we have it on tape. And he go, wait a minute, y'all have tapes now? I go, yeah, the tape that just came out. He go, well, never mind, we plead guilty. Once it's on tape,
Right.
and you know,
But do you understand what that says for a child? It
but
says that if
as
you're a
long as
child and if you're in a room with somebody that sexually abuses you, if it ain't on tape, it didn't happen.
Well-
that is the wrong message to send to our
well, I'm
children.
not saying that. I'm saying long as we can prove it, long as it's true. That's all.
What?
No, I was going to say let him finish his thought.
Oh, let
Yeah,
you finish.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, long as it's true, and
Yeah.
long as we know we can prove it. But if somebody
How
come
do
up,
you prove sexual abuse for
well,
a child?
that's why we got to be careful. I can't kill you because somebody lied on you. People, I've had.
People will lie.
Okay, most children do not lie about that. No, would you let me finish?
Man.
Okay, you just told me to let him finish. I'm telling most children do not lie about sexual abuse. They don't. They don't. Now, there might be cases where they were coached into lying, but most children do not lie about sexual abuse. If a kid is telling you that somebody touched them inappropriately, that's what happened. I'm always going to believe the victim over the person that performed the act. And the reason why I say that is because I've seen too many family members have Uncle Bob and Uncle Jojo and Father such and Pastor such and such touch them, and nobody believed the kid.
I got you. And not only that, I had a girl told me that her stepdaddy touched her. She told the mom. Mom told her, "What do you want me to do?" He's paying all the bills. I mean, it's some messed up stuff.
But that's the kind of stuff I'm talking.
It's
When
some
do
stuff
we
out there.
start protecting the babies?
I think we need to just, like you say, I think we need to protect the babies, but at the same time, we need to be cautious that sometimes mom, like I know this lady got
Right.
mad at her husband, so she put out some crazy stuff about he was doing with the daughter. It was all,
Right.
it was just,
Right.
so you know,
You're
as
a
long as we can
nerd.
prove it.
No,
huh?
I'm just
I
kidding.
would say no, and at the same time, just be cautious because as soon as you say it, you know,
Right.
it doesn't have to be true, but people
Yeah.
will believe
Yeah,
it.
but there's.
Right.
I think you and I talked about this a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
And you got real passionate about it.
I did. I sure enough did. And I'm still real passionate about it. But there are certain things that somebody could say about you, Marty, that I just know is not true.
Yeah, but that doesn't have weight in court. You know what I'm saying? If someone says, like, if they said, well, Marty molested someone, you know, I have to now prove my innocence
Right.
versus I'm innocent until proven guilty.
Well,
Now I
legally,
got-
you're supposed to be innocent and proven guilty
Right.
unless you have money.
yeah, but, yeah,
I'm
but-
just saying.
But
Yes,
in
you
the
have money.
public view, you know, if they say, well, he did it, he did it.
Right.
You know, I have pastors and ministers all the time that they say, well, he took all the church money. And it's like, no, most pastors don't even touch the money.
Right.
But that's what they're going to accuse you of.
Right.
You know, well, he got a nice suit on. He's really doing something wrong, or the
Right.
ladies are doing something. Just because they say that
Right.
starts a...
And I agree, but when you've got a pattern of 10, 15, 20 kids saying something against
Who is this?
somebody,
Who
who
has
was
that
that?
many?
Who's that?
Who's 15? Michael
Right.
Jackson?
at least 10.
Who came forward? I don't know nobody that came forward.
Y'all need to read.
No, we do.
No,
Read
what
the documents.
what court-
He's been paying off
what-
people for
what
years. Okay.
The first two.
The next time we come together between now, I mean, obviously I'll be talking to you off air, but between now and next week when we shoot, go read the court documents. How many people he's paid off for sexual abuse?
Right.
This dude is up to over almost a dozen people, and that's on record, like actually physically on record.
You got that from Google, right?
You know what? I'm not. Yeah, you know what else? Yeah, I got it on Google that you were a good guy. Okay.
No, I don't post no more because I'm not. I tell the truth. No, I'm not.
But no, I believe we should deal in facts, and I
Right.
agree with you.
Just the
However,
facts, just the facts.
We should deal in
Yeah.
facts, but we've got to understand that a lot of times those facts come from babes, and we have to start listening to our children, and
Right.
especially as somebody that works with
Yeah,
children.
listening to children is good.
How do
Yeah.
if you work with children and you support children and you love children, But then, and we say we care about children, but then when these children speak up and they have a voice, we say, "Oh well."
Well, no,
you know,
it matters. It matters when a
matters.
child they arrest people based on what. But I'm just saying, in the Michael Jackson case and other people's cases, all I'm just saying is let's get the facts,
right,
and let's ask questions.
Yeah.
And powerful people ask powerful questions. Questions still focus. And
yeah.
in
But
this
if
world,
you have a big enough checkbook, those things can
look. Right now, the man is dead.
Well, yeah, he's dead.
And they
But what
still
about
coming up
R.
and
Kelly?
saying, well, no, he
The
he
reason
did
is
this too.
because
He can't defend
he
himself.
can't
Right.
defend himself. But at the same token, when they did try to defend themselves, when they did try to tell the truth, it was swept under the rug because he was Michael and nobody wanted to believe these kids.
You know, there's a lot of cases that says, okay, do we need to go through trial, put it all out there in the public? I could just pay you.
Is OJ
And
innocent? Is
time-
OJ innocent?
my time is worth more than
I don't
going
know
to
about
court.
OJ. The first time I thought he was possible. I wanted him to be not guilty.
Okay, we got 1 more minute in this show.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm sorry if I have an opinion that it's like, okay, I don't believe everything. Now, do I think he's guilty at this point? When you write a book, if I did it,
Right.
okay,
Come
now you
on,
stupid.
dude.
You know, now you stupid. If I did it. Okay, well, now probably you did. But I don't see a book coming out where I touched him.
That's
you know?
because Michael's dead. But anyway, what
You
are
just
some-
a hater.
I am not a hater.
That's
First of all,
really
I'm
what it is.
I'm a child advocate, but you know,
As soon
whatever.
as they say it, it's like, oh no, I believe the kid.
I believed it 20 years ago.
And
Dude.
most of the kids, it's their parents that was coming out saying it.
Dude,
and
that
they
is,
wanted more
that
money.
is not true.
And they said,
That
well,
is
send my
not
little boy
true.
back on up there so he can play with
Because
Neverland.
guess what? There are children that get pimped out by their parents, and that's what those
Right.
little kids.
And those things
and
are
they-
set up.
And if they're okay,
real.
if you tried to set me up to hurt a kid, it ain't gonna work
It ain't
because
gonna
I'm
work.
not gonna hurt a
I ain't
kid.
gonna fall for
but
that.
if you are a pedophile and somebody trying to set you up because they know you're a pedophile, then it works. But we get ready to.
If I know you got a history
I
of
ain't
being a
talking to you.
pedophile, I can set you up
That's
easily.
right. That's right. There you go. So he was set up because he was a pedophile.
And if you do bad work on trees, I can set you up too.
That's true, but I do great work on trees. And if you was a bad producer, I could set you up. Famous last words, and then we got to wrap up, dude.
Abraham Lincoln, his mother, her last words on the planet was "be someone." And even though he had failed 8 times running for public office, he took those 2 words, "be someone," all the way to the White House. My assignment in life is to inspire our young people to be someone. Be someone.org.
I love it. You guys, you've been listening to Doni Jones Live. I am Donnie the Tree Lady,
And I am Marty McFly.
and we look forward to talking with you guys next week. Once again, this is Donnie with Doni Jones Live. Y'all have a great day.